Yes, people, and welcome to episode 5 of the Larger Than Life podcast. Rory, can you believe we've made it?
I can't believe it. Episode 5. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Look at us.
Yeah. no, episode 5,
It's gone quickly.
Yeah. We've had some laughs along the way. We've also had a lot of hate.
Love it. Keep it coming, guys.
Genuinely, just a quick one. Obviously, we've been posting our short form content on Instagram Reels.
You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at largerthanlife_LTL.
Oh, nice little fun.
Lama Tango Lima.
But we've been posting our clips. It's just so funny the amount of hate we've got on some of our videos. And
it's the controversial ones. It's the ones where we give a controversial opinion.
For sure, man. But I love it.
I love it.
It genuinely makes me like. So I remember our first hate comment. I sent a screenshot to Rory and I was like, "We've made it.
We've made it. We've got hate. That's when you know you've made it.
Yeah, for sure. We're pissing people off on the other side of the internet who are too scared to show their face. I think we've done quite well.
I think online bullying is a sign of success.
Yeah, of course.
You know
You've got to be doing something for people to hate you.
Exactly.
So
At
least we're making some sort of waves in this podcast space. But whatever, listen, we're still here. You haven't hurt us and stopped us just yet. So keep the hate coming. Let's see how long we can go before it breaks.
Also the love. Keep the love there as well.
Yeah, we wouldn't mind the love as well. But yeah, so if this is your first time here, welcome. You can basically join us having a catch up on the week's events while trying a new beer and getting into those larger than life conversations. But if you are returning, thank you so much. There's a few of you who have just been like so consistent already. So shout out to all of you guys who have been supporting us from the beginning.
Absolutely.
And
We love you guys.
Supporting us. We really, really do appreciate it. But yeah, no, we're really excited to be getting into episode 5.
Let's get into it.
So yeah, obviously, as you guys know, we like to start our podcast by trying off a new
beer of the week.
So what have we got this week, Rory?
We've got a special one this
Have
week.
we got a special one?
It's special.
Oh, mate.
Right, so today, we've got a Beavertown Bloody Ell blood orange flavoured beer.
Wow.
For our audio listeners, it's an orange can and red.
Yeah.
And this one I'm excited for, right? Because
what's that? Is that Skull?
that's a skull, yeah. Some booky looking skull.
So go tell me about it.
So I'm excited for this one because one of our favourite beers is Neck Oil.
Yeah.
The same brewery as that. So excited to try this one. But here's a brief description of the beer. Bloody Ell is our classic IPA with a unique twist for those who want to drink different. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Drink different.
What's that?
What does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But a bit of an interesting fact about Beavertown Brewery. Beavertown Brewery is a British brewery based in North London, in Tottenham. 100% owned by Heineken. And Beavertown was founded in 2011 by a bloke called Logan Plant, who is the son of Robert Plant, who is the lead singer for Led Zeppelin.
No way!
How rad is that?
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
I love that.
That's
great.
sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, so we are drinking part of the legacy of
This
Led
is
Zeppelin.
the taste of Led Zeppelin.
Wow. You know what? That's why Beavertown... that's why Neck Oil tastes so good.
Because it's Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. I fucking love Led Zeppelin, man.
I don't actually... I'll be a bit of a robot. I've not actually heard much of their music.
Oh, okay. So obviously you probably heard the classic Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, yeah, I've heard
But
that.
then
Yeah.
they've
I didn't realise that was Led Zeppelin.
They've got so many other, like, bangers.
Okay.
Over the Hills and Far Away. What's another one? I think there's one called Black Sheep. That's a banger.
You need to send me some.
Yeah, mate. That's so good. I forgot what one of them. Annoyingly, it's like my favourite song by them, and I've forgotten the name right now. But it's got an incredible guitar solo. What's the name? Anyway,
Yeah.
It's fine, but mate, bang! I'll send it to you later.
Okay,
But guys, Led Zeppelin,
forward to
sick. Explains the beer.
Let's try it.
Should we give it a taste?
Let's do it. Right. Cheers, mate. Episode 5.
Episode 5.
Oi. I like that.
Oh, that's so
good. Also, disclaimer. Again, we forgot to put it in the fridge.
But it's still so good.
But that's when you know it's good. When you can
Still so
drink it
tasty.
room temperature, and it still tastes. Do you know what, mate? I love that. Okay, question for you: is it better than Neck Oil?
It's hard. I'll tell you why. Neck Oil comes in a pint usually.
Yeah, it's
Do you know what I
different.
mean?
It's different. Yeah, that one. I'd be interested to see what that's like on a draft.
This is bloody good though.
Bloody good. You see see what you did there.
This is really tasty. I'm like, what would you rate it?
I'm going in strong.
Hmm.
I'm going in 8.5.
8.5.
I said it's out there.
Fair, I'll give it an 8.
Is that, I think that's the highest rated beer on the show.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give that an 8.
Bloody hell, mate! Cheers to that.
Cheers. Yeah. No,
Nice.
Good beer. Go get yourself a Beavertown Bloody Ell Blood Orange. Tasty beer. Pretty aromatic, kind of sweet.
Love it.
Yeah, it's good. Beavertown are sick. I love their
all
branding.
their beers are great.
Like just the look of the cans as well, and like how they do their designs, incredible.
100%.
So good. But yeah, nice one.
I've got to ask, mate. I know last episode you mentioned for our listeners out there, you were going to India.
Yeah.
You're back.
How was it? I'm back from the motherland. Yeah, mate, incredible, absolutely great. I was only there for a week, but I went to Mumbai. So, if anyone's interested, like my heritage is that I am like mainly Indian. My grandma is like I've got a grandma who's from the Seychelles, but otherwise I'm Indian. My dad's side of the family is like fully Indian. So I went to Mumbai to basically visit some family there, and there's actually a really really cool fact about my family and like where they live. So a couple of cool things. I'm going to tell one of them. I'll save another one for later.
Okay, nice.
But basically, where my family all live, they live on a road. So it's my dad's cousins who live there, and they basically live on a road that was named after my great grandfather in Mumbai. Yeah. So a bit of background to this, bit of a history lesson.
I didn't know this about.
Yeah. So it's really cool. So a bit of a background is that basically, for those of you who don't know, in 1947 in India was basically much bigger. It was under the British rule until 1947, I believe. And in 1947, I think it was in August, there was a partition where basically they split part of India up. So what is now Pakistan used to be India, right? So they split it up from the partition. And yeah, basically my great granddad, he used to live on the what is now Pakistan, that side of India, right? Following the partition. So after it was split, he basically had to give up a bunch of his land, his house, his estate, everything, right? And he got given a bunch of land in Mumbai as like
they resettled him basically.
Yeah. So that was kind of the settlement. Like he basically just got given a bunch of land in Mumbai, and it was like there was nothing there at the time. It was literally like dead. It was like in a random part of Mumbai, lost everything.
That's horrible.
Yeah, horrible, absolutely horrible. But obviously, you know, he looked after the area well, and it just so happened that they then built the international airport like 10 minutes away. And like the area is just like now like booming. So obviously I don't know what it used to look like because it was years ago. But yeah, so lucked out, and then like all of his kids like grew up there, and their subsequent families kind of grew up there as well. So that's when my dad's cousins are still there. Like of the siblings from my granddad was the only one to have left India. So the rest of like my family, as far up as that, like are all kind of just living on that same road.
Okay, yeah,
because there's a couple of different houses.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's named after my granddad. My
way.
great granddad, sorry.
Did he name it himself? He was just like, we're just going to name it this?
I actually don't know.
That's a flex.
But yeah.
Oh, so a road named after you. That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Sick. And you went back to that road and you saw the wall.
Yeah, so every time I go to India, I stay there. But yeah, no, it was really, really nice. So it was good to kind of go back and connect with family. But yeah, just wanted to share. But also, I'd really, really recommend going to India. But bro, it is fucking chaos. Really? It's chaos. So obviously, everyone knows that India's got like, what, the second highest population? Or is it now the highest? No, it's due to overtake China.
I thought it was the highest.
Maybe it's the highest.
I think it's definitely up there. Top 2.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Billions of people. So there's people fucking everywhere. Okay, it's like
there are people.
There's people.
Yeah.
There's people. Yeah, but bro, there are no rules on the road. It is nuts.
I've seen videos, man. It looks like fucking chaos.
It's chaos.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's not even organized chaos, bro. They've got like lanes on the road, but cars just drive everywhere and next to each other. So every car's like just driving really slowly and like weaving in and out of each other.
So basically, there are lanes. But there's also no lanes.
Yeah, exactly. There's no lanes and there's lanes.
Also, is it mostly like, I'm imagining like people on bikes and stuff, like weaving out, or is it just mostly cars?
Bikes, cars, and rickshaws.
And what, sorry?
Rickshaws.
What are they?
Like, you get them in Asian countries.
Like tuk-tuks?
Yes.
Okay, tuk-tuk. Yeah.
So that's basically...
Is that the Indian name for it?
No, I guess we call them tuk-tuks, rickshaws. But yeah, so that's basically... Like that's all that happens, and it's just crazy. And crossing the street is a fucking thing as well. Like you basically Crossing the street in India.
You're fighting for your life.
Listen, yeah, crossing the street in India is basically the same. Crossing the street in India is basically the same as going to a res up a ting. Okay, it's all about confidence. If you've got confidence, you can get the results.
You just have to go.
I promise you.
Just go.
Fam, you just got to go. Okay, there might be cars coming left, right, and centre, but listen, it's all about just asserting your dominance in that moment, yeah, and having the confidence to step out into the street.
So there's a car coming at you, 80 miles an hour. Bro, step out.
That's all you do.
You're the man.
Hand out. That's it. Honestly, the cars don't drive that fast. That's the thing. But honestly, you just cross.
Step out. They won't stop for you.
They'll stop and they'll like.
If you're confident enough. If you're, back and forth.
Dead.
You're a dead man walking.
And it's the same like if you're trying to move to someone, if you're back and forth. They're
not going to want to see
you off, fam. Yeah. Come on. Where's the certiness? Nah, in India, you got to be like confident about it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I rate that.
Bit of a life lesson. Go across the street in India and then you'll learn how to live your life.
Don't do that in the UK though.
Yeah. Nah.
Hey, that's mad. I need to go to India. It sounds like one of those places where like it is just the most overwhelming but like crazy experience ever. I've heard some people absolutely hate it, but then some people absolutely love it. It seems like there's no in between. Like, but I'd love to go visit.
It's incredible. Food's amazing. Yeah. Highly recommend it.
I want to spend like a month there and just do it all. Just travel around, you know. Because I feel like there's obviously the really busy parts like Mumbai and stuff. But then I want to go to like even the more peaceful places. I'd love that. Is it Goa? Is Goa's supposed
to be beautiful?
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Beautiful beaches there. I've never been as like a grown up where I can remember it. Yeah, it's supposed to be incredible.
What's the food saying in India?
Hey, it fucking sucks.
Is it?
Yeah,
really?
It's so good. Oh, okay, so fine. I was posting this all over my story because I just found it jokes. I actually ended up going to a lot of fast food places out there.
Really?
And the reason why is because
like Mackey's?
Yeah, well, I didn't go to Mackey's actually this time.
The McCurry. Sorry. Carry on. I bet you that's a thing. I bet you. Composure.
That's jokes. But basically, just because like I know that like switch up the menu a little bit out there. So we went to Burger King and I got like a paneer like Whopper, which was like
Whopper.
So fucking.
That sounds good.
So good. Like the paneer. For those of you who don't know, paneer is basically like it's like a soft cheese, kind of similar to cottage cheese.
Sorry. Speaking of paneer, it just reminds me of the first time I ever tried it. I think I was with you, and it was at Avi's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And then me and Will, the other white guy at the table, I was just like, what is this? Is this tofu or something? Everyone just fucking rinsed us.
Honestly, you see a joke.
It just reminds me of that every time I put it. Yeah. Carry on,
But for those of you who are wondering whose birthday that was Avi TV from The Apprentice.
Of The Apprentice fame.
We will go into that another day.
Definitely.
But not trying to flex, but we are kind of, we're kind of boys with them. Sorry. But so I got paneer tikka burger. No, sorry, it was a paneer Whopper, banging. Then I went to Starbucks. They had like a tandoori paneer sandwich, which was banging, right? And then they also had like a paneer fucking croissant as well, which I didn't
paneer everything.
Yeah. And then where else? I went to KFC and they had biryani buckets.
I love that.
I looked at that.
Biryani bargain bucket.
Yeah. I looked at it. I was like, nah, that's too much for me.
That's really interesting though, because obviously they don't eat beef over there, do they? Right?
No.
So like Burger King, is everything just paneer?
Nah, it's like
paneer and chicken
as well, and I think that you can get lamb and mutton if you go to certain
places. So they work around it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But no, you wouldn't really find beef in like a lot of places in India. You will in some places, but not everywhere.
I find like fast food restaurants in other countries like a really fascinating thing. And the McDonald's menu is different in every country you go to. So was in Geneva recently, Geneva Airport. I was like, fancy a Mackey's, right? Go in there. A muck raclette. It was like a muck raclette burger. So they got raclette cheese, which is usually raclette.
I don't know what
raclette's basically like they have it in like skiing and stuff like that, where it's basically a big block of melted cheese, and you like basically dip like bits of bread, and they had like a muck raclette burger, which was like the same cheese but melted onto a burger. Honestly, I bought it. Dead. Fucking awful.
Oh my god!
It was like €20 as well. I was so hungry, and I really wanted a Big Mac. And I thought, you know what? I'll push the boat out. I'll get a muck raclette.
Yeah.
Fucking dreadful. So if you're listening and you're in Geneva Airport, stay away from the muck raclette. Stick with what you know and stick with a Big Mac.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Nah, so India's great. Really highly recommend it to everyone. And yeah, food slaps.
And especially the fast food by the sounds of it.
Yeah, fast food as well.
Love that.
Yeah,
love that.
yeah. But yeah, cool, bro.
Nice.
So
let's get into it.
Get into it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I know we've got our first segment, but just something I wanted to talk about very, very quickly.
Go on.
Which has also just been happening, and I've seen it everywhere. Everyone is talking about this new Harry Potter game, and I know that you've had some experience of Rory.
So yesterday, I forgot I told you this. So yeah, yesterday, I woke up, right, and I saw on TikTok, it was a picture of, there's some gameplay of like the new Harry Potter game, and I thought, I want to play that. I need to play that, right? So I was like, I've got a PS4, I'll go to Sainsbury's and I'll buy it, right? Did a little Googling. At the moment, it's only on PS5.
That's jarring.
And then I was debating. I was like, I don't need a PS5. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a big gamer. I'll game like, maybe twice a year when a big game comes out. It's the one thing I want, but I do not need, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm Googling, right? And I'm on Gumtree. And I'm on Amazon. I'm looking around and I thought, oh, that's quite a good deal, I found like I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I saw it and there was this a bloke on Gumtree from Kentish Town, and I messaged him. And Gumtree is renowned for people who scam you and stuff like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to buy it. I was like, money comes and goes, I'm going to do it. And I went all the way to Kentish Town. I was like, none of my mates were in, so I went by myself and I was like, I could get robbed here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Luckily though, the guy was like, I don't want cash. I want to do carpet. I was like, okay, that makes me feel a bit safer. Met this guy, friendliest bloke ever. It was a brand new PS5, and bought it. And yeah, it was great. And then I was just walking through Kentish Town with this box was massive.
Yeah,
by the way.
That's huge, bro.
It was the baitest thing. I was walking around Kentish Town with this massive PS5 box. And then went home and played it last night. Bought Hogwarts Legacy. Right? This game makes me feel like a fucking kid again.
No way.
Mate, it is so good.
Really?
Like, dude, you start off, you go to Hogwarts, it plays the music, right? It's playing the music, the John Williams music. You like choose what house you want to go into.
What do you choose?
I went Slytherin. Right. My aim of it is I've chosen Slytherin. I'm being a dick to everyone. Right. Like so when you have interactions with other students, you get like these dialogue sort of options. Bro, I'm just going for the nastiest thing. It's like one of them would be like, oh wow, that's really interesting. Or the second option is like, don't worry, I already knew that. I'm just going for the nastiest option possible. But mate, this game is so good. Like, it's open world. You can explore the castle. You can like jump on a broomstick whenever you want.
Oh, sick.
You do like defense against the dark arts classes. Mate, it's like my fucking childhood.
Wow.
Again, mate, it is sick.
You're making me want to go get a PS5.
Mate, do it. Go on Gumtree and get yourself a PS5 because it is so good. But yeah, mate, I'm loving it. I don't game that often. When I do, I sit down, I play. I'm like, I miss this.
Yeah,
it was so much fun, and it was nice. Last night, I had some of my housemates with us, and we were just like playing games, and it was good fun.
Oh,
it was wholesome. Yeah,
nice one.
No, it's great,
bro. I've seen everyone talk about it.
Mate, it's like it was sold out everywhere.
Yeah,
I really struggled to find a copy, but yeah, mate, it is a banging game.
Okay, fine. Nice one, bro. I'll give it a go. But what else has been going on this week? 'Cause it's been a pretty crazy few days.
It has.
Yeah. So hit me with it, man.
Yeah, so listen, we got our news of the week. So, if this is the first one, people are mad about this, right? Okay. So, do you remember the fizzy drink Lilt?
Oh, banging drink.
It's a great drink, right?
Yeah.
So Lilt, very tropical fizzy drink. I think it's exclusive to the UK. They discontinued it.
What?
No more Lilt.
Why?
They're rebranding it. Fanta, pineapple and grapefruit. People are fucking fuming on Twitter. Yeah, people are angry. And the thing is, it's going to be the same drink, but they just rebranded it under Fanta, and people think it's like it's everything wrong with like also big corporations and making everything under the same umbrella. And also, Lilt was been going 50 years. It was quintessentially British, and now they've discontinued it.
So is it going to be the same like formula, the same drink?
I think it's the same company, right? Like Coca-Cola owns Fanta, they own Lilt, so I'm presuming it'll be the same. But yeah, people are mad about it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
that is disappointing. As long as it's going to taste the same.
I couldn't give a monkey's about the branding. Do you know what I mean?
But
people find a reason to get annoyed about everything.
Yeah. No, but the can was cool.
It was cool. It was unique. Cool. Yeah. But, good mixer as well, actually, for prees. I remember having that a lot of uni.
I don't think I've had it as a mixer.
It's nice.
Yeah, fine.
We've got another bit of news. This is more recent. So, did you watch 2018 Love Island?
Who was in that one again?
Do you remember a girl called Kaz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I saw this.
So Kaz, right? So back in 2020, during lockdown, there was loads of controversy because loads of influencers were flying out to Dubai for work, right? And people were like, "This is bullshit." Like, that's anyway. A video came out of Kaz sniffing gear off a table in Dubai, right? And this came out. There's loads of outrage. Anyway, so she was flying to Thailand to go do some voluntary work, right? Yeah. And she transferred via Dubai. Okay. She got arrested in the airport.
That is crazy.
Arrested. She's facing like up to 10 years in prison.
No
way. They
They
do not fucking mess about when it comes to drugs out there. So like, yeah, she is fucked. How I do feel bad for her. I do and I don't.
So bad for her.
I do and I don't feel bad for her. Like it's. Do you know what I mean? She shouldn't have done it, and especially in Dubai when you know like they do take it seriously, but. It is such an overreaction, man.
I completely agree. And for a video that
I think her life will be ruined after this.
But for a video that was, I'm assuming it was a while ago.
Oh yeah, 2020. Also, do you know what the main thought I had when I saw this?
Yeah.
What a shit friend to film you doing that and put it on social media. Fucking arsehole.
Yeah, for sure. To leak that. Yeah. But like, that's crazy.
Mad.
I wish all the best. I hope she's all right. I don't know.
She's probably not.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Mate, but the fact
Kaz, man.
The fact they didn't forget about it, like it's been the past.
Yeah,
and they're literally it's 3 years ago now.
Yeah, I mean? It's a shame. Big up Kaz, she was cool as well.
But our next bit of news, it's been a big year for shooting down flying objects.
Bro, what the fuck has been going on?
Mate, it is bad. So last week, US fighter jets shot down a total of 4 flying objects from the sky, right? So on the 4th of Feb, one of them, as we now know, is a Chinese spy balloon. Yep. So that was pretty wild. And then the weird stuff happens, right, on the 10th of Feb. So on the 10th of Feb, there was a UFO the size of a small car that was shot down, right? The next day, there was a cylindrical UFO that was shot down, which was a lot smaller. And on the 3rd day, there was one the shape of an octagon that was shot down, right? And the US, when they were asked, like, could it be aliens? They were saying we've not withdrawn the possibility that it could be extraterrestrial. Bro,
that's crazy.
The end is coming.
Nah, bro, that's nuts.
Mate, if UFOs come, I'm fucking gassed. I'm so excited.
Why?
Dude, that would be sick. Aliens, like. In our lifetime, that would be insane.
We're all gonna die, bro.
Nah, we won't die. They would have killed us by now.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
I've got a question for you. UFOs, do you think they're real?
Yeah.
100%. So like all the sightings you see, they're all real.
I don't think they're all necessarily aliens.
I think they are aliens. Well, what else would they
do? So there's certain parts of like the US and stuff where they tend to have more UFOs, right? Why? Like, why is that? Why would aliens target just the US? I think it's some area.
There's loads in the UK as well.
Area like 51. Area 51 shit, man.
My girlfriend's stepdad, he sees UFOs all the time. And to be fair, he's that way inclined. He's really into like his conspiracy theories and UFOs and stuff. He showed me a video once. It was a zoomed in iPhone footage of this glowing thing in the sky. And when you zoomed in, like, this thing was like doing weird movements that like did not look of this earth. It was like shifting. It was like straight edges, like almost octagonal, and it kept like changing and molding. It was weird.
What, like, he took that video?
And he took that video, and I saw it, and I was like, there is genuinely no explanation for that. Like 100%, like I genuinely believe that these are UFOs.
Look, man,
hands down.
I don't know. With
and
all
also,
this,
what I'm confused. Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry.
What I'm confused about. They shot down the Chinese spy balloon, right? We knew within 24 hours that it's a Chinese spy balloon.
Yeah.
Right? Why don't we know what these fucking UFOs are? You've shot them down. Go pick them up. Tell us what they are. This is why I think they're aliens. They know what they are, and they're not going to tell us.
Oh, I don't know, man.
They are UFOs.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like surely if the UFOs were like coming here and stuff, like alien ones, like there would be more of it happening. It'd be more constant, and everyone would know about it. Yeah. Like, it just feels like. As I said, look, with all this stuff, I feel like I need to see it. Otherwise, I'm not going to believe it. Yeah, of course. There was like this philosophy thing. I forgot what it was, but it's like, it's going to sound weird, yeah? But like, do you believe in Japan?
What?
Like, do you believe Japan's real?
Wait, sorry.
Do you believe Japan's real?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I know people who've been to Japan.
Okay, but how do you know they weren't lying to you?
Well, because I know them.
Have you ever been?
And I've seen photos and they've seen videos.
Have you ever been?
I've not been to Japan. No,
this is what I'm saying. The only undeniable proof would be you going yourself.
Right.
It was a bit like this whole like flat. There's like loads of flat Earth conspiracies.
So by this logic, you're a flat earther.
No. There's loads of flat Earth like conspiracies and stuff. And like I don't know, but there was this one guy I saw on TikTok recently, and he basically sent a weather balloon up with a camera because he wanted to see for himself that the Earth was round. And obviously, it was round. But like,
it was round.
Yeah.
Was he disappointed?
No. I don't think he was a flat earther. I think he
it's
just
a
wanted
sphere.
to see it. Yeah. But like, I just kind of feel like. Obviously, Japan is real. Like, I'm not saying... just to clarify, I don't think Japan is fake.
Yeah.
But it was just like...
I reckon there is. There's definitely... There will be a Reddit thread of that Japan isn't real conspiracy theory.
Because there's a thing... It was a philosophy thing that was actually like... In a book, it was called like... like I forgot what it was. But they reckon... It was that question posed, basically. Right. Like... So it's like... I don't know.
You're on the same stance with UFOs.
Yeah, like I just feel like for UFOs, I wouldn't say there's enough proof for me to be convinced about it. That it's alien... stuff and I love conspiracy theories, man. I love them. Like,
would a small part of you be a little bit excited if aliens landed?
Yeah, of course.
I'd be giddy. I do hope in our lifetime we see aliens. Do you mean because then it puts all to bed like the Area 51, the Roswell crash? I just want to know: are they aliens?
That's mad. I'd love to know more about that.
I genuinely think the Roswell crash all these sci-fi notions of like. You know that the stereotypical image of like an alien with the big head and the grey skin and the UFOs shaped as a cinder, that all comes from the Roswell crash. I genuinely think there's a lot of truth in that, and that has informed what we sort of generically see as aliens.
Yeah, there is a whole thing. It's like, well, where does like idea of aliens come from? It must come from something. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Have you heard about? I forgot the guy's name. It's called Something in the Sky. There's a thing called Something in the Sky.
Something in the Sky. What's that?
Fire in the Sky. Have you heard of that? It's a film.
Sounds like a song.
And there's a book. Basically, it's about this guy who claims to have been abducted by aliens, and like apparently it's like one of the most real encountered, like real kind of...
People believe he's telling the truth.
I think it's like one of those things where he had like loads of... Basically...
They experimented on him and stuff.
Yeah.
Probed up his arse.
Probed him and I don't know about off his arse.
I'm just thinking South Park,
So, basically, I think he was like a teenager or something. No, he wasn't a teenager. Really? He basically was with co-workers and they went off somewhere. And then there were loggers and they came across like a UFO. One of them got out the car. And he basically got struck by like a beam of light, which then like carried him up to... No, it sent him flying back or something, and then it carried him up and he got abducted by aliens, and apparently the people who were with him kind of claim they saw this UFO.
So he's got like other accounts who support his story.
Yeah, he also went missing for like 3 days and just showed up. And I think he just showed up somewhere like naked.
Shit.
Yeah.
Thing is, mate, think about all the stories that are out like that. Think of all the footage we've got of like weird looking objects in the sky. Like, no one can sit here and tell me that every single one of them has been completely fake. At least one of them has to be real. Because there's so many out there. Like, it's probability that one of them is, at least one of them
I don't know,
is an alien.
Maybe, like...
Should we make a bet here live on this podcast? I bet you in our lifetime, aliens will know it full hand that aliens have been in our planet.
What do you want to bet?
10 quid.
Alright.
10 quid. We'll do it.
Cool.
Probably the price of a pint in,
in
20 years' time. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't know. It's all been going nuts with all these flying objects in the sky.
It's been mad. Yeah. It's exciting times though.
And another one of the Chinese spy balloons, apparently they've been surveilling like loads of different countries. Apparently
South America. They found them in
5 continents.
Yeah. Thing is though, there are satellites.
Yeah.
So why do they need these balloons? Which like they could just shoot them down. I think it's a way of provocation. I think it's China not because at the end of the day they want to they can use satellites to see whatever.
Do you think to accurately get?
Yeah, because they wouldn't just send balloons out. There's more subtle ways of doing it.
They've got to get into like buildings with balloons.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just a way of like provoking. It's the same with in Russia, right? Like Russia sort of fly into NATO airspace, like just a little bit, just to sort of provoke them and to like show, we can do this and we're not scared of you.
Kind of thing,
it's a way of just brinkmanship, so to speak. It's just like testing them. And think about, like, for example, this whole thing in the US, this caused so much political discourse with the Republicans being like, oh, I can't believe it took Joe Biden more than a week to shoot down this Chinese spy balloon, blah, 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 blah. And it's just basically showing how one balloon can just show how weak the US democratic system is.
Massively, man.
Do you know what I mean? And it's freaked everyone out, and it's just a fucking, like, supposedly a weather balloon.
Yeah, it's true. Clearly it has. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is more of a provocation because also like a balloon.
It's a bit bait.
You know what I mean? Like it's not even like subtle. Like
it's almost like designed to get caught at some point.
Yeah, for sure. And
do you know what the funny thing is, right? You know they asked for it back. They were like, they shot it down, and they were like, right, well, this is Chinese tech, and then the Chinese government were like, yeah, sorry about that. Do you mind if you send that back?
Brian.
The cheek.
Yeah, it's definitely some kind of provocation because of like it's also the US like China like trade wars at the moment and stuff like that. There's definitely some shit going on.
100%, 100%.
Cool. That's a W for China though.
It's just a big 1-0.
Yeah, such a big 1-0. Honestly,
I love it.
US, you guys are a joke,
mate. Ridiculous. Last bit of news. Actually, no, penultimate bit of news. Finally, after lots of testing on mice, scientists have found a male contraceptive pill that is 100% effective for 24 hours. So what it does, it stops the sperm from swimming towards the egg, right? So they're obviously in the trial phase of this with mice, but then it wears off after 24 hours. So interesting. This could be revolutionary.
Just make an apparently make an appointment with my GP.
Yo, so I hear that contraceptive pill. When's it out?
When's it out?
Which is really interesting because and apparently it's like a one and done one. So you know, like women at the moment, like when they're on the contraceptive pill, they've got to take it regularly, and it messes with their hormones. This one, non-hormonal.
So how do you feel about this?
Revolutionary,
really?
100%. Yeah, I'd take it. Yeah, definitely.
Obviously,
if they need to test it first.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is great. Like so many like girls out there can't be on the contraceptive pill because it mucks up their hormones too much. If this is a non-hormonal one, yeah, I'll take it. Apparently, the rule is that you've got to take it half an hour before intercourse.
Okay, fine.
But yeah,
like,
massive breakthrough.
Wait at least half an hour before taking it.
At least half an hour, yeah.
So look,
so you got to pre-plan your shag.
I think,
Ooh. Yeah, should I take it now? I'll light a candle and, play some music.
No, you know what? Yeah, great idea. And I mean, obviously, like, incredible. And as you said, like, huge. As, like, lots of women can't take the contraceptive.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it messes up hormones and stuff. So I would, when I get to the stage of, like, when I'm... But no, I would definitely, obviously, no, I would definitely be taking that. I think it's so much better.
100%. Yeah.
But the reason I said how do you feel about it is because I needed to undergo like testing and stuff before.
100%.
Like,
I wouldn't just be like, works on a mouse, I'll take it.
And if I'm honest, I might even freeze some sperm before just in case.
Like,
Because I want to have kids one day, so I don't want to fuck any chances. And you don't know the long term effects of all this stuff. It's a bit like vaping. Like people say, "Oh, vaping's so much better than smoking," but like, is it? Like, we don't really know.
You don't really know. Yeah.
Like, because smoking, we know because we've had it. Smoking's been around for so long that people have seen the long term effects.
Whereas we don't know the long term effects of inhaling 99p chemicals into our lungs on a daily basis.
Literally, like we're not going to know that until like 40
I'm so
years
fucked. When that research comes out, I'm gone.
I don't want to know. Yeah. But like, do you see what I mean? So similarly with this like thing, it's not. I feel like it's not been around. It won't be around long enough for me to have full trust in it, and you don't know the long term effects.
100%. But yeah, obviously, like these big pharmaceutical companies, they have lots of trials, and I reckon we won't be seeing this pill on the market for another 10 years at least.
Yeah.
So
sick one.
But yeah, last bit of news. Just more of a quite a light-hearted one. So the Israeli president did a speech at a cybersecurity conference. Did this whole speech, right, talking about the excitements of the new developments in technology. Then revealed this whole speech has been done with ChatGPT. 1-0 the whole audience.
No way.
Yeah, pretty much like half his speech. He was like, and this whole bit has been done by ChatGPT.
That's crazy.
Yeah, love it. What a flex.
Yeah, that's cool.
This actually brings on to a story, actually. So I was talking to one of my mates who basically was in Valencia for a friend's birthday. And they were having this big meal. And him and his mate were like, oh, shit, maybe we should probably do a speech for our mate's birthday, right? Because it was on that night. And they were like, oh, what do we do? And they were a bit drunk at this point. So they're like, fuck it, let's just go on ChatGPT, right? So they thought, please do a do a birthday speech, a funny, ironic birthday speech for this person, which includes these following anecdotes, typed in all the stories and things they wanted to mention. It spat out a speech. They said, make it funnier. It made it funnier. They read out the whole thing, right? At the end of it, the birthday friend, he came up to them, tears in his eyes, like, guys, I can't believe you wrote that for me. That is honestly one of the nicest things I've ever seen. That was honestly so moving. The whole thing was done on ChatGPT.
I don't like this, man. Someone needs to shut that shit down.
Best man speeches. Fuck it, I'm not nervous anymore. I'll just bam. The ChatGPT will sort us out.
I don't like it,
mate. And but like by the time our mates started getting married, this is gonna be so advanced. Like it's gonna sort us out.
It just removes all sentiment, though, man. I don't like it.
It's interesting though,
because what are you asking? You're asking someone to do a performance, or someone to give their genuine opinion of you.
I think it's just no, because the thing is, they are putting in like the bits they want to include.
Yeah, okay,
but
fine.
they're just obviously ChatGPT does all the hard work by making it funny and timing.
Yeah,
and,
I suppose it's almost a bit like more advanced Mad Libs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, I won't name names because I don't think that person knows it was ChatGPT.
Yeah. Fair, man. I don't know, nuts.
Yeah. But anyway.
Next segment. Very busy week.
Busy week. But our next segment, what is our debate of the week?
It's time for the debate of the week.
Debate of the week.
Bro, I don't know if you guys have seen, but Mrbeast has been under some heat recently from the press, from people on Twitter, and it's kind of nuts. So for those of you who don't know, Mrbeast is basically the most popular YouTuber. He is... he's got the most subscribers. So when I last checked, he had 133 million.
133 million.
Yeah, which is crazy. So he's 24 years old, which is absolutely crazy. And basically, he makes these like incredible YouTube videos, which are super elaborate. He spends like millions on them.
Is it the Squid Game one was crazy?
Squid Game one was crazy. He spent like over $1 million on that. He's done like other ones, and kind of one of the main things that he kind of does in his videos is it ends up being that he gives out a huge cash prize or something worth a lot of money, right? So in his most recent video, Mrbeast paid for sight restoring cataract surgery for 1,000 people, and he made a video of it. This has received loads of criticism as it's been dubbed charity porn. Yeah,
that's harsh.
It's harsh.
That's harsh, man.
But what is charity porn?
Right.
So just basically, what is it? It's basically where people make videos of them helping people. So like homeless people, people with disabilities, people who are financially struggling. They then give people like these people money by constructing some kind of challenge or surprise, and then they give them the money and then they film it basically, and they make money of it. So basically, that's kind of the core of what Mrbeast's videos are, really. He does these, like, huge elaborate things, but he doesn't just do it to people who struggle, and that's something I really want to point out.
Okay.
And that's actually going to be part of the basis of one of my arguments when we get into the debate. Sure. But he doesn't just do it to people who are in financial need. He does it to his friends.
Other YouTubers who also have millions of subscribers.
So one of them he did was, like, the last person to remove their hand from the private jet gets to win it. That was really cool and like really jokes, and like the other YouTubers made videos from it as well. But yeah, he does these really cool videos, and I don't know how I feel about it. The whole, just to clarify though, something that's kind of interesting is that Mrbeast. In fact, let's get into the debate, bro. I would like to go that this like. I would like to go against Mrbeast in this argument.
Oh, is that what I'm going for. I'm going.
You want to go for?
Yeah, I was going to go for.
Okay, go for.
So look, if you think about it, Mrbeast, and I get that there's something that might make people feel a little bit uncomfortable about watching him just. And for context, if you've watched this video about him curing people's eyesight, it's not just that. He'll cure people's eyesights, right? And they're like, "Oh my god, this is the best moment of my entire life," and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, here's 50 grand. And the guy just fucking throws money at them. Yeah, you like that? Do you know what I mean? Like, and his videos are just like, every time I watch them, they're always just like for example, there's one with Halloween where like, instead of giving candy, he just gives these little kids iPhones. He goes, here you go. And it's something very like blasé about it. But I thought about it and I thought, although I can understand why people might feel a little bit uncomfortable with that, ultimately, Mrbeast has said to everyone, I am going to give away all my money before I die. No, he's not going to pass it on in any of his money. He's going to give away absolutely every single penny of it. And he's also said that so much of the money he makes from ad revenue, he's just putting it straight into his videos. That's why he has such large scale videos like the Squid Game one, like this eyesight one. And he's putting all his money. And if it means that every time he's putting more money into it, he's now got more money to pay for these operations, to give all this money to people who are vulnerable. Yeah, I think that's great. And if you think about it, Mr. Beast's audience are probably quite young, right? They're probably like in the sort of teenagers, right? And if they're watching Mr. Beast videos where he is on a regular basis advocating the art of philanthropy and giving money to people, that's incredible. And if people, that's their values that those kids are going to adopt and be like, oh, this is great. You know, I want to aspire to be like him. Think about, you know, I think the opposite of Mr. Beast, and I don't want to get into this, but Andrew Tate, for example, who's always talking about, look at my Bugatti, look how much money I've got, I'm going to buy this yacht and all these. Whereas Mr. Beast has made so much money and he's just using it all for good. And yes, he is filming it, but him filming it is helping him get more money to do more of those videos at a larger scale. So if you look at, so I'm going on a bit here, but the first video he did, he was giving money to people. It was, he was giving money to a homeless person, right? And he got sponsored for that video. And the sponsor said, we're going to give you £5,000 to do that. And he said, listen, give me 10,000. 10,000 is going to get loads more views because it sounds like a better number in the thumbnail, right? So we got the 10,000 and he gave that money to a homeless person. Nowadays, that's absolute pocket money for Mr. Beast. But you can see the compounding effect of every video he does like that, where he's doing this massive act of philanthropy. And now he's at the stage now where he's paying for all these eyesight treatments for everyone, literally changing their lives forever. And I think it's great that he's doing it. And I disagree with you, Sarav. No. Against it.
Just to clarify,
fuck you, Sarav.
I'm not against Mr. Beast at all.
Do you want those people to be blind?
I genuinely agree with you, Rory. I genuinely do. But for the sake of devil's advocate, I just want to point something out. Mr. Beast once made a point to say that all of last year, the Mr. Beast videos made an average of $1 million loss. Yeah.
Really? I didn't know
That's
that.
what he said.
Okay.
But then in this most recent video, where he did, what was it? So he got 107 million views. Yeah, I looked it up. From viewing revenue alone, just from views, 107 million views equates to $30 million. That's how much profit he made from it. And look, again, I get what you're saying. He puts it back and he does a lot of stuff. However, do you not think there's something just a little bit cringe about people filming the good deeds they do? Like, I find it so uncomfortable. There's this guy on TikTok, I forgot his name, and he's just like, he sees some people in the street, and he's just like, hey, do you like football? And he'll be like, yeah, and he'll be just like, oh, do you want to go to the Super Bowl? And it's just like, oh, I can't afford it, like, you know, I mean, he's like, well, I've got these 2 tickets for you. And it's just like, what are you doing, man? Like, just allow it. Like, because you're like trying to show off that you're a good person, and it's a bit like, just do your good deeds in silence. So why do you have to make everyone aware of it and advertise it? That's just something I kind of feel is a bit like, yeah, the whole charity porn aspect. I'm just like,
I think it's a good point, and I feel like there are different levels. I've read, there was this book once, and it basically said like there are different levels of like philanthropy and giving to people. One of them is giving to charity, where you're purely doing it not to make yourself feel better or because you feel guilty for them or sad for them. You're purely doing it for them, right? The second level is you're doing it for you're giving money. You're not telling anyone else about it, but you're giving money because you feel like you should, right? And then the third level is giving money to charity and telling everyone about it. That, oh, look how good of a person I am. And I guess you could equate the Mr. Beast to that. It is like, so what you're trying to say is that basically, is it a little bit more of a PR stunt?
Yeah, a little bit. And yeah, that's something that I just kind of feel like, oh, you know. However, I think the ultimate conclusion from this discussion, and I think we'd both agree, is that he's using his platform to do good things.
Do good, yeah.
And surely the fact that he's, as you said, the fact that he does all this elaborate stuff means that he gets more views, which means he can do more elaborate stuff to give more money to more people to like big up.
100%.
Like big up. So like, it is a tough one, but I understand that is like his business model essentially for how he generates views, how he gets the money for the donations, and what he's going to continue to do. So like, fuck all the people who've been hating on him. Like, he did such a good thing. He like helped people who were blind. Like, I think
that's great.
The nicest thing you can
do. And I also think the reason that content does so well like the eyesight video and the giving $10,000 to a homeless man, is because often we give to charity, we don't see the immediate benefit of that, do we? We know it's going to a good cause, but we don't see like the smiles on people's faces. Do you know what I mean? And it's nice to watch that content. It makes you feel happy. You may think, oh, that's really nice. Oh, this guy's got loads of money, but he's doing good. And you see their immediate reactions. And that's, he is making philanthropy and charity into content. And that might not sit well with some people, but ultimately, it's quite nice to watch people get their eyesight back for the first time.
No, absolutely. On the whole Mrbeast point, I think like he's a good guy. But can we just talk for a second more generally about people who do other stuff? So one thing that I probably do dislike is people who film people who are maybe like in financial distress and then they give them money, because I think it's like you're actually using that person for views. Like
for content, you're
essentially making them like you're prostitute basically, because you are removing their dignity entirely. Okay, whoa.
No, I think carry on.
I need to calibrate a little bit. Yeah. Hang on. So because you're essentially getting them to do something for you, and the end goal is money. That's what I'm trying to say. You're essentially saying, do what I want.
What they're saying to do, or react to it.
Like, react, essentially. I'm going to put... You're going to be used for my content. Your face is going to be used. Your life is going to be exposed to the world. Your name, your location, more or less. And, like, your whole struggle is going to be exposed to the world so I can get views, and this is how much I'm going to pay you to do that. I'm going to pay you to bait yourself out and your struggles and your livelihood and what's going on for my views, right? Because who actually gets the longer term benefit of that? Sure, you're helping someone who's got financial distress by giving them 50 grand.
Yeah.
That's going to help. But what's that person getting? Like 100,000 likes on TikTok, followers. You know, who's getting the bigger benefit of that at the end of the day?
But if let's say you're homeless.
Yeah.
You don't know where you're going to get your next meal from.
Yeah.
You don't know where you're going to sleep. I could not give a fuck about whether my face is going to be. I'm happy to do that.
Your price is lower, but like that's not necessarily the case for everyone. I think it depends on like the level of pride you have. Fine, but I think ultimately, and we don't know the background of that, but I do see what you're saying. But I still think why do you have to film?
Is what you're saying, like, in a way, people who make these videos, all their content and their business model revolves around exploiting vulnerable people.
And it's like, what I want to know is, are they doing the same thing to people who don't consent to being filmed?
Who don't? So you think they give it?
Are they only giving money to the people who consent to be filmed?
So let's say, for example, Mrbeast, he goes up to a homeless man, says, here's $10,000, takes it, and says, by the way, I'm okay to upload your image onto YouTube. Kind of have to say yes, don't they? But I wonder if that's a really interesting point.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about Mrbeast, I'm talking about other people. It's like, what? Because, or it's fake, or you're filming someone's fake reaction because you have to kind of prep someone.
You just cut before they realise it's Monopoly money.
Yeah. No, but you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know. I want to know the people who do this are real philanthropists. I do believe Mrbeast is.
Yeah,
I want to know. I do believe.
But there are a lot of. I do agree. There's a lot of. Like,
that's what I'm saying. What about everyone else who does all these giving money to people, like, you know, trying to show they're a good person, whatever? They're getting these like reactions, which are like essentially, I don't know, and they're baiting people out and just like exploiting someone's position and vulnerable position for views, where they're ultimately getting more benefit. It does just wind me up. I don't like seeing those videos. It feels so manipulative to watch as well as a viewer.
Do you think, like, for example, I know Drake did a God's Plan video where he bought the whole shop or something and said, everyone help you. I'm not sure if he gave money away, but he might have just said, everyone help yourself to everything in the shop and I'll pay for it. Do you think that's exploitative?
Oh, he's just doing it to make himself feel better.
Yeah.
Because why are you doing this stuff?
Yeah,
like, publicly.
PR stunt.
Yeah, like, if you're a celebrity like Drake, like, do your shit, like, let it get uncovered that you are doing that.
Don't wave it in people's faces.
Don't wave it in people's faces that I'm, like, giving my money away, I'm a good person. Like, let that shit... I swear there's celebrities who are, like, have done... I forget who. I know there's been celebrities who have done loads of charitable goods and just kept it super quiet and it's come out. You know? Yeah,
and then it comes out, oh shit, this person actually gave loads of money to charity.
Actually did a lot of stuff, like...
Yeah, but celebrities are, overall... just massive narcissists.
No, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's a bit like, I don't know, like if I or you were doing charitable stuff on the side, and when we were like just telling each other, like bringing it up in conversation, like why?
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, you know, if you're doing something purely for a charitable reason, where you're trying to, even if you're trying to make yourself feel better, but if you're actually doing it for the other person, like I don't think you
should be telling people,
feel the need
keep
to
that to
advertise
yourself.
that.
Yeah. Agreed.
The fact that you are feeling that you need to advertise it is either trying to say, look, I'm such a good person, or you're essentially trying to say, you think I'm an arsehole, but clearly I'm not, because I'm doing this. It's like, yeah, so
100%.
I don't know. The people who are making those videos, like, I do just think, like, reevaluate it, because your message to me, for example, isn't necessarily coming across well. And like, even as I said, I find it manipulative as a viewer watching it, because I'll see someone who says they really need their rent money and they've got this like 50 grand, and I'll like feel like super emotional, like, wow, like so sweet that they were helped out, but at the same time I'm just kind of like, I don't know,
You're waving a camera in their face, being like react.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, like you're filming this person who's genuinely going through a tough time, like you don't really care, like, do you know what I mean?
Taking their vulnerability and making it content.
Exactly.
There's something quite unpleasant about that.
Yeah, completely agree.
Wow. Speaking of celebrities and being narcissists,
yeah,
Kylie Jenner.
Oh, bro, let's talk about
you like that segue? You like that shit? So I'm proud of that segue.
That was good.
So Kylie Jenner came out in the news a few weeks ago. So she gave birth, I believe, her second child with Travis Scott. Called her baby Wolf. Right? Made headlines all over the internet.
Yeah.
People talking about Wolf. And then she thought, nah, no, I don't want to call them Wolf, right?
Yeah.
So she's now announced the new name of her child, which is Aire, spelled A-I-R-E.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So she's been clowned on Twitter because Aire actually means penis in Arabic.
Yeah.
So not only has she had to rename her baby, but she's also named her baby Penis.
Bro, can we just? Why do celebrities need to do this? Why do they need to do this? Why do they need to give their kids such elaborate fucking names? I just feel like it's so unnecessary. Do you not agree? Like, just name your kid a normal fucking...
What's wrong with Bob? What is wrong with Bob? Bob Kardashian is a perfectly good name.
Robert Kardashian.
Oh shit. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's like
clearly it's a normal name.
Like they just went, Robert, we got to go more crazy, you know? Like, there's just stupid names. I've got some names actually. Do you know the name of Elon Musk's kids?
How do you pronounce it, man?
Mate, so
like,
if you ever thought that Elon Musk might be a robot, here is your evidence, right? So he's got 10 kids, right? First of all, all right. So, bro, I had to Google how to pronounce these names.
Yeah. How many baby mums does he have?
Bro, loads. I reckon. He's like all different robots. I reckon Alexa is probably one of his baby mums. All right. So, Elon Musk. So one of the names of his kids is pronounced XAI the 7th. So that's the letter X, then A, then E, then A dash X11, the Roman numerals 7.
So how's it pronounced, right?
So I believe it pronounced XAI 7. Bro, imagine that's your name.
XAI 7.
XAI 7. All right, the next one, even weirder, right? This baby's called Exa Dark Sidereal. Mate, this kid is getting bullied.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? You
bullied.
Can't have a normal life.
You can't
with those names.
Like, Sidereal isn't even his surname. That's part of his forename.
Yeah.
Mate, the poor kids.
Honestly,
that's only 2 of them. Like,
bro, honestly, it just winds me up. Like,
Exa Dark Sidereal. He sounds like a fucking Star Wars villain, Sarav.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, mate.
Sidereal. Honestly, yeah, that is who's gonna fucking defeat the next Jedi.
Yeah, red lightsaber and all that. Like, fuck.
Nah, honestly,
poor
celebrities,
kids.
why'd you do this? Because I just feel like you just don't need to. Like,
there's no need.
You're already their parents. Like, why do you need
It's almost as if the celebrities think, I've got all this success, and I'm gonna make make it as hard as possible for my kids to succeed in life.
Yeah.
And just name them a stupid name.
Oh, that's the thing. You know they're going to all these like schools in Hollywood where they're just going to be roaming with other kids with like similar names. But bro, yeah, I also have a list of some baby names. But do you want to go?
Yeah, we'll do one each. I like this. Yeah.
Okay. Start with parents and then their kid's name. Okay, so I'll start. So Cardi B and Offset.
Go on.
Culture, Kyrie, Cephas.
Cephas?
Or Cephas.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Also, is it Culture in the name of one of their albums? Yeah. The fucking
culture
the narcissism of
culture
that.
with a gay.
The Culture's a fucking...
That's
ridiculous.
Okay, go.
All right, so Usher's kids. First one's called Sovereign... No, let me finish. Sovereign Bo Raymond. That's their first name.
Sovereign. Huh?
Actually, maybe Usher. I don't know what Usher's surname is. He's just Usher.
Sovereign
Bo Raymond, right? Another kid just called Sire Castrello Raymond. Ridiculous, right?
Okay, cool. Right, Liam Payne and Cheryl Cole. Bear Payne.
Oh my God. Bear, as in the animal.
The animal.
Oh my God.
Bear Payne. That is Bear Payne.
Oh fuck. Again, bullied.
Yeah. Just shut the fuck
pray
up.
for these children.
That kid lives in the UK as well. That kid's gonna get roasted.
Jay-Z, Blue Ivy.
Yeah,
we know that one. We know that one. Right. This one's even worse though.
Go on.
So you know Jay-Z's surname is Carter, right? This kid's just called Sir Carter. Sir Carter.
Oh my God.
Bro, imagine you're at school, Sir. Kid next to him, what you say? Mate, the poor kids, man.
Yeah, trust me. Okay, Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats, Egypt and Genesis.
Egypt, like the country.
Egypt.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
these poor kids, man.
Dead.
This one might be the worst.
Go on.
Michael Jackson's kid, called Blanket. Blanket Jackson. Mate, you may as well call your kid fucking Napkin.
Yeah. No, trust me. Okay,
that's all mine done. Have you got one more?
I've got Bear.
You got loads. Oh shit, he's got a list.
I'm gonna roll them off. Okay, so following from Michael Jackson, I've got Jermaine Jackson. He named one of his kids. So Jermaine Jackson named one of his kids Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
I love how you just made his kid's name about him.
Yeah, trust me. Right, Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden named their kid Radix. We've got Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon named one of his youths Golden Cannon.
No, he did not.
Yep. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon named their kids Moroccan and Monroe. Monroe is calm, but Moroccan, dead. Nicolas Cage gave his kid the birth name of Superman, Kal-El.
Of course he fucking did. That is absolutely bad.
Casey Price and Peter Andre. Princess Tiami Crystal. Right?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Uma Thurman and her then husband Arpad Buson, I don't know, named their kid, and I'm gonna need to take a breath for this one. Okay. Rosalind Arusha, Arkadina Altaloon, Florence Thurman Buson. So to clarify,
that's one name.
Rosalind.
That's one name.
Rosalind Arusha, Arkadina Altaloon, Florence Thurman Buson. At what point does it become child abuse? Because seriously,
her initials popping off.
RAAAFTB.
Jesus Christ! You know, like when you go to school and you've got to do like your email, and it's like your first initial of your first name. Bro, she's fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like she's fucked.
I just feel
the longest
that's
email
so
ever.
unnecessary.
So I've got a theory about these ridiculous celebrity baby names.
Well, wait, before
No,
I'm sorry, I've got a
you
couple
got one more.
I've got a couple more.
No,
I've got two more. I've got two more, and then get into it. Right, Rob Morrow. Do you know who that is?
No.
I don't know who that is, but his name is Rob Morrow. He named his kid Two.
I don't know who Rob Morrow is, but that's a stupid name.
Tomorrow.
Oh my God. That is ridiculous.
Oh, that's quite good. And then finally, and just to end, Chief Keef named his kid to promote his album. So he named his son snowfilmon.com.
No. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's it for celebrity names.
Like,
ridiculous.
So I've got a theory about
theory.
stupid celebrity baby names, right? basically all celebrities, well, most celebrities are all complete narcissists, right? And if you think about it, what they want is their names in the headlines. They want good PR. They want people talking about them. They want people tweeting about them.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to get a lot more people tweeting and making headlines about the birth of your child. You know, if you've named it Broccoli Kardashian instead of, you know, Clarissa Kardashian. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, broccoli. Watch them take that. Do you know what I mean? like, do you know what I mean? It's all just to get headlines. That's all it is. And I think, like, for example, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin from Coldplay. The kid's called Apple, like the fruit. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's these stupid names that just get their names in the press a bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also think the other side of it is that all these people you mentioned are probably quite creative people. They're probably musicians, and they just see like, what way can I make my child a creative expression of myself? Like, what's his face? Offset naming his kid after one of his albums.
Culture, yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Unnecessary.
But yeah,
absolutely unnecessary.
But please, just I beg, name your kid
just
Bob.
like chill out, man. Like you don't need to do this. So we've already got you guys as parents. Like, why do you need to fucking go ruin that life?
Yeah, literally, man.
Like, yeah. Like, why do you name your kid Sir?
Sir,
it's not going to be easy
Sir
in life,
Carter.
is it? But yeah,
poor kids.
Cool.
There needs to be a whole school of just the weird baby names, and then they'll, you know, none of them will get bullied.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, cool, bro. I can't lie. I'm gonna hit you. You've had some time to think, and I actually told you this earlier, but I want to end with a would you rather.
Go on.
With a slight twist.
Wow.
Would you rather?
God, I'm nervous.
Would you rather? Would you?
I just don't know. I already don't like it, Sarah.
Would you rather your parents or your boss see your full internet history from all your life?
My boss.
Your boss?
Yeah. Easy.
Really?
Boss.
You're not done?
I would never be able to look at my parents the same way again.
I guess you can always find a new job.
Never.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No, there's no way I'd do that. Like, that would, like...
So it has to be boss?
Boss, 100%, yeah. Alex, just, you know, we're all human.
I feel like...
What would yours be? Parents.
I don't know. It honestly depends. Like, if this is like a complete hypothetical, where it's like, you're in your dream job.
Parents.
I think it might have to be parents.
What's your history looking like? Would you get fired for like...
No, okay, no. It would just be like embarrassing. Like,
it would be embarrassing. But like, you know...
I feel like your parents would just like... You're their kid,
it would be
you know
tough
what I
with your
mean?
boss though, wouldn't it? Like...
Yeah, like... You also don't know who they're going to tell. Like, you can trust your parents more with that
Rory,
kind of
I'm really sorry. We had a chat with HR and we're going to have to let you go. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all know what you're looking at.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe I do my parents.
Yeah.
Oh, nah. Mate, Christmas dinners would never be the same.
That's what I mean. But then, would they not? I do feel like... Would your parents not get over it?
It's a tough one. Yeah. It's a lot of history to look at. Would they have to sit through all of it?
No, yeah.
No, oh no.
Yeah,
Essentially, basically like, yeah, I'd probably
they would read it all and they would remember every single
They'd remember everything?
Yeah, every single one.
No.
Just for the initial, like, confrontation.
I'd just still go with my boss, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let us know in the comments what you guys would do.
That's a tough one, though. That's tough.
But, yeah, I thought it was a good one. But, yeah.
What would you... Is yours your parents?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dream job, parents. Other job, nah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe boss would be better.
Yeah.
Maybe boss, actually. Maybe boss. I think
my boss is pretty nice. So
yeah, I feel like maybe boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be less awkward.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys would do. But yeah, on that note, guys, this has been episode 5 of Lager and Life podcast. If you liked what you hear, please do give us a rating. Go subscribe to us on YouTube as well. Like the video. Follow us on... Where can they follow us, Rory?
Lager than Life _LTL Llama Tango Llama.
Nice. So go follow us on TikTok, Instagram. With that, DM us if you've got any beer suggestions, any would you rather's, anything that's happened in the news that you want us to discuss. Just let us know.
Any recommendations?
We're here for you. We're here for you.
Films,
yeah,
TV,
yeah.
music, we want to chat about it. So yeah,
we're here for it. We're here for it. And if you are one of our 8 subscribers listening, just so you know, we're going to have a different background next time. Unfortunately, this is our last time in this studio.
It breaks my heart, you know.
This is where it all began. This is where it all began.
Yeah.
But
Studio 2.0.
Yeah, we're ready for it. So we'll see you guys in episode 6. Take care, guys. Thanks very much.
Peace out.